Well, Texas is growing and it's putting new pressure on a system critics say is outdated and designed for a smaller, scattered population. Now, state lawmakers are weighing changes to how Texas handles deaths.
And including whether more counties should have access to medical examiners. It's a conversation with implications for families across the state, one sparked by an ongoing KXAN investigation. Our Josh Hinkle has more.
The House Permanent Standing Subcommittee on County and Regional Government will come to order.
This Texas House panel taking up an issue that state lawmakers almost sent to the governor's desk last legislative session until a key deadline stalled the effort.
The chair calls up the interim charge on medical examiner expansion.
Like then, they're now looking at the 2.5 million person population, triggering the legal requirement for a county to establish a medical examiner office, along with ways to expand these services through regional partnerships.
JPs take this responsibility seriously and work diligently to provide answers and closures to families.
Williamson County Justice of the Peace Angela Williams brought urgency through testimony this week.
We do need to look at the framework of how our death investigations are being conducted in the state of Texas.
JPs have a long history of wearing many hats, including investigations to certify cause and manner of death.
A justice of the peace is responsible for court dockets, criminal, civil hearings, administrative duties, and emergency judicial matters, while also being called at any hour to investigate an unattended, suspicious, violent, or unexpected death.
In fact, just 14 Texas counties have medical examiners, forensic pathologists trained to conduct autopsies. In all the rest, including fast-growing Williamson, where Judge Williams presides, JPs make the call on whether to order an autopsy or not, and they frequently lack much medical training.
And if you have a JP, they're deciding which cases to flag or which cases have a statutory requirement for an autopsy. Correct. And then sending that, I guess, either to a private pathologist or to a county with a medical examiner in some circumstances. Is that correct?
Do we have any idea what that cost is?
We spend roughly $2 million a year in autopsies alone.
Beyond the cost to a county and the workload for JPs, witnesses shared concerns about the time it takes to close out cases when a body is sent elsewhere for an autopsy. Williams used Williamson County's neighboring Travis County, where they often contract, as an example.
What are the legal effects of not getting this information and not getting it timely? Is it just, do we just develop a backlog? Does it affect criminal cases?
If we have a case that is potentially criminal charges or possibly drug overdose case, then we are going to send those decedents to a accredited medical examiner office. Travis County alone medical examiner office is servicing 47 to 49 counties. There's going to be a delay there.
And the evidence you need to prosecute any of those cases is basically on hold. The prosecutor, the investigators, and the prosecutors cannot present that to a grand jury. They can't file a case. They can't move anything forward until they get that information.
The effect that this has on the families that we're serving throughout the state of Texas and the delay in getting answers of their loved one, of how they died.
One solution Williamson County and others have explored, establishing their own medical examiner offices. But their elected leaders, for various reasons, have put those decisions on hold in most places so far. Some places, though, like Fort Bend County, chose to move forward well before hitting that population threshold requiring them to build.
Do we have any idea of what the anticipated cost or annual budget would be for one of these offices?
Fort Bend built our 18,000 plus medical examiner facility, which can service 3.5 million population per year, okay? We built that for $4.95 million.
We've got two different issues. Number one is medical examiner offices and creating those and how there's a shortage of those, but also, which goes hand in hand with that, is a shortage of medical examiners.
Witnesses suggested there are now fewer than 100 forensic pathologists in Texas, and that incentives to draw more to the state could include salary support, guaranteed medical school acceptance, tuition assistance, and student loan forgiveness.
You have to make Texas a more competitive place to work and be a place to raise your family and to set up a household and that sort of stuff. So we need to make Texas a place as a destination.
How confident are you that lawmakers will consider this topic important enough to address and get it over the finish line next legislative session?
This is a pure public service. It's a bipartisan issue.
There should be awareness brought and the possibility of funding to help further the forensic science field that ultimately will help counties.
Testimony also centered on standardizing processes and forms surrounding JPs doing death investigations, in addition to more training for JPs doing death investigations. Some experts suggested up to 40 hours of training instead of the scattered approach the state currently has. Lawmakers will take everything that they learned today and consider it as they work to craft legislation ahead of the next legislative session, which starts in January. At the state capitol, Josh Hinkle, KXAN Investigates.
And we dive deeper into this topic in our new investigative program, Cause and Effect, with a fresh episode Friday at 4:30 on KXAN, online in the investigative section of KXAN.com, and streaming on the KXAN Plus Smart TV app.